Alright, so in this video, we're going to look at patterns and work on writing equations from these patterns, representing them as sequences, the table, and stuff like that. So, here's a pattern. Here's figure 1, figure 2, and figure 3. I see that they're adding something each time, but I'm not sure yet. So first I need to count the pieces of each figure to create a sequence. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there were 11 pieces in figure 1. Then I'm going to count figure 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there are 15 pieces in figure 2. So looking at 11 and 15, maybe they're adding 4, but let me check. So figure 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Okay? So based off of those three figures, I can look at finding my rate of change. So just like yesterday, they're adding 4, and they are adding 4. So let me figure out this next thing. 19 plus 4 would be 23, and then plus 4 again would be 27. Okay? So now let me take this information and put it into a table. So notice I don't know figure 0 yet, it's the one before it, but I do know figure 1 had 11. So make sure you don't write that in the first table yet. Okay, figure 2 had 15, 19, 23, and then 27. Okay, but I need to figure out how many pieces there would be in figure 0 before I can write my equation. So once again, they're adding 4 each time. So if I want to go backwards and find the one before it, I'm going to do the opposite and subtract 4. And so 11 minus 4 is going to be 7. Okay? So now that I have a rate and I have an initial value, I can write an equation. So I'm going to start off with y equals some number next to an x plus some number over here. So my pattern, or what's adding, or even the rate, was a 4. And then your starting value was a 7. So your equation will be y equals 4x plus 7. Okay. The last thing is it says Jacques wants to know how many pieces are in the 20th figure. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug into our equation. We're going to substitute this 20 in for x. Okay? So how you would do that is you would say y equals 4. I'm going to plug in 20 plus 7. So 4 times 20 is 8 plus 7 is 87. So there would be 87 pieces in figure 20. Okay? So the whole point is I want you to be able to look at a pattern, write a sequence, and then convert it to a table. And then finally, I need you to ultimately write an equation to represent that pattern. And then I do want you to practice plugging in to see how many figures or how many pieces would be in a certain figure number. So let's do one more together. Alright, so here's a different circle pattern. First thing I'm going to do is count the pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 pieces in the first figure. In figure 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looks like they're adding 4 again, but let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay? So let's see if they are adding 4. 12 minus 8 would be a 4. They are adding 4, so let me continue the sequence to get 20, and then 24. So next thing I'm going to do is transfer that information over to this table. But remember, I don't know what figure 0 is yet. All I know is figure 1 had 8 pieces. So 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24. So now I need to find how many pieces were in figure 0. So since they were plusing 4, I need to go backwards and subtract 4, and then 8 minus 4 is 4. So here is my initial value, And then here is my rate. So my equation would be 4x plus 4. So y equals 4x plus 4 is our equation. Okay? So now, Jacques wants to know again how many pieces are in the 20th figure. So I'm going to plug in 20 for my x value. So y equals 4 times 20 plus 4. 4 times 20 is 80, plus 4 would be 84. So there are 84 pieces in figure 20. Okay? So if they said figure 100, I would plug in 100 right here into my equation, okay? So the whole purpose of that equation is to figure out how many pieces for anything, any number you want me to figure out. I can tell you how many pieces there were in that figure. Okay? So you've got a couple more problems of patterns that I want you to write the equation from. Some of them want you to draw a map, some of them want you to write an ordered pair, but ultimately I want you to write the equation for those, okay? So you can work on that practice now, and raise your hand if you need any help.